Ring around the rosy pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Mario Kart Tour. Some people know it as a fun mobile game where you could ride around with Mario and all of his friends, but to others, it's hell on earth. Recently, they added Mario Kart Tour maps over to Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Switch. At first, people thought it'd be a joyous, fun time, hanging out with all their friends and checking out these exclusive mobile maps that haven't been able to be played until recently. But when people went onto these tour maps, they found something sinister lied within. These were no ordinary Mario Kart maps. You see, Nintendo was pushing these maps artificially out onto people, making players play countless rounds of Mario Kart Tour. Make it make sense. I mean, there's 96 Mario Kart maps and 8 of them are tour maps, yet every time I play online, it's only fucking tour maps. I'm not the only one noticing this, alright? 12% of the maps are tour maps, yet we get them 100% of the time, and everyone seems to vote them. People can't get enough of these mobile maps. We got Italy, we got Paris, we got Germany. Make it make sense, alright? There's too many maps, there's too many locations, and quite frankly, we're sick of it, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this right now.
And to understand this theory, we have to understand Mario Kart Tour. And Mario Kart Tour was a game released by Nintendo for mobile platforms in 2019. And this game is chock full of DLC. And when there's DLC, there's money to be made. And Nintendo knows this. And Nintendo implements this strategy by making it so that the game has the most DLC that any Mario Kart game has ever seen. And that means a lot of money, and since it's a mobile game, we can also expect to see a lot of ads. You might be wondering, why does this matter? Why is this relevant? Well, you see, the reason why we think that Mario Kart Tour is so prevalent and so consistent in Mario Kart 8, and why the map selection is always oversaturated with Mario Kart Tour maps, is because Nintendo just really wants people from the Switch to download Tour on their phone so they can get more money off of it. And we think that is not right, that is not justice, that is not good for the people, that is not fair for Mario Kart 8 players. And Nintendo, they don't think we're going to catch on, but we're catching on right now. And it gets even more dark and more sinister than that. So on the map Berlin Byways, we found that if you go to the Berlin Wall Easter egg in it, and you hack into the code, into the mainframe, into the development code, that you can put that into a translator. And what it shows you is how to make different IEDs, and that is not right. And we're starting to think that the reason why they're getting us to do this is that Nintendo, being a Japanese company, wants us to get revenge on America. And you may be wondering, why does that make sense? Well, that makes sense because in August of 1945, the US military used a plane called the Enola Gay to drop a bomb named Fat Man and Little Boy on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, 2 Japanese cities. And we think that Nintendo wants revenge on them.
Not only is Nintendo poisoning our children with Japanese propaganda, but they're also shoving their agenda down our throats with blueprints and schematics on how to build these bombs that can harm our children and our cities with Japanese ideology, and quite frankly, it makes me sick. And that wouldn't be a huge problem if these maps were actually fun and top-notch like all the other vanilla Mario Kart 8 tracks, but unfortunately, the Japanese skimped out on these maps, and they skimped out because all these maps are targets that they want children to bomb. All these silly little tour maps that they added as a cute little addition to the Mario Kart family turns out to be locations, coordinates, specific areas that they want citizens to bomb with these blueprints that they've been leaving in these maps. If you go underneath the bridge in Vancouver Velocity, you'll actually find an image that shows you an IED starter kit, and it shows you how to build one too. If that's not concerning, I don't know what is. Someone needs to look into Nintendo, and somebody needs to do something about this. And unfortunately, we don't have the resources here to go contact the FBI, but maybe if someone works with the FBI who's watching this video, maybe they could help us get to the bottom of this and protect our children.
And the list of these targeted bombings are as follows: Madrid, Vancouver, Tokyo, Rome, Sydney, Singapore, Bangkok, Berlin, New York, Los Angeles, Athens, Amsterdam, and Paris. And if you live in any of these cities, you need to prepare immediately, build a fallout shelter, do anything you can do to prevent Nintendo from becoming a global superpower. Guys, we actually messed up our math earlier in the video. There's actually 16 tour maps, and that equates to about 17% of all selectable maps in Mario Kart 8. And we just wanted to kind of fix our math earlier in the video, so we apologize for the inconvenience. And another point we want to bring up is that I don't know anyone who votes for the tour maps. I don't vote for the tour maps. Middleman Dan doesn't vote for the tour maps. So who's voting for these tour maps? And we think that it might be Nintendo agents or psyops or something, someone who's on the inside who's pushing this Nintendo agenda. Just something to think about. So if you know someone who votes for tour maps, you gotta suspect them. You gotta suspect them of something terroristic, something bad. Stay wary. You might be asking yourselves, what makes us, the middleman, so credible on this subject matter? And I'm here to tell you, me and Middleman Dan are very big Mario fans, very big Nintendo fans in general. We have played a majority of Mario games, a lot of the mainline store games, a couple of spin-offs and sports games. So I think it's safe to say that we kind of know what we're talking about when it comes to this subject matter. And when we figured this out pretty easily on Mario Kart 8, we got a little concerned for you guys, because not everyone is as big as a Nintendo fan as us, so we want to share this information with you all.
Now, we know that's a lot to process, and quite frankly, it's scary information, alright? This is very underground knowledge. No one has figured this out yet except us, but that's why we're sharing the gift of knowledge, alright? We want to make sure you're safe and our fans are safe, so we need you to prepare, we need you to build, and we need you to share this message, alright? So thank you for listening. We do appreciate it, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to get in contact with some of our sources here, and we need your guys' help too. Any more information on this topic you may have, let us know in the comments below, all right? Stay safe out there, middlemanners. Take care.